So America is opening up, and so that means mass shootings are starting again. More accidental shootings, more mobs of people going to people's houses for suspicious reasons. And this story, I don't know if you heard about this story, Dr. This story is fucking outrageously crazy, and it happened like last week, and it totally just flew under the radar while we were talking about guns. And so I want to show you this real quick. So this went down in
Oh,
pretty
I
much
do know
North
about
Carolina,
this.
huh?
Yeah,
You heard
this
about this?
story. Yeah, this story actually this happened a
North
while
End
ago,
is a
but
community
then like the
where we
people
still
that showed up to their house
the
with
people
guns,
around here struggle to put
they
food
were
on the
like
table. And a member of
exonerated,
the
and then
Action
they're
10
like
group
asking
that
for
saw
like
the
Exonerated
mass mutuals live
and then they were
next to
asking
Dr.
for like apologies. But
from who?
apologies
Apologies from who? From the people
from the
they
people
fight.
that they like, yeah, that they went to their house with guns,
Um,
then demanded an apology from them.
we have to see who these. We have to see how this. I gotta see the situation. This is new
Yeah,
to me. I didn't even know this shit happened. It's just this craziest shit I ever heard. So
yeah.
I
a
see these guys in
sheriff's
front of me,
deputy. That is
and they're
scary.
holding guns, and it looks like there's one in a police uniform, and he's the one that speaks to me first. He says, "We're looking for a missing girl. Uh, we were given this address, and we were given your name, and we were told that she's here. So we're gonna enter in."
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of stunned right now.
Yep.
Come into a door like
Yeah.
that with a mob of
Yep.
people with guns, what do we expect? What were their intentions? Like, what if he was the person that they were looking for? Or what if I was not at home? What would have happened? I don't want to have that
There
conversation.
was
I don't want
sprinkled
to have
crack
that
right next to
experience.
him.
Make it drug related.
Yeah. And panties or some shit like that. So that's what happened in North Carolina. So yeah. So you heard about this crazy ass
Yeah, yeah,
story.
I did. I did. Yeah, that's actually a somewhat an old story,
Time
but
for
I
a new season
believe
of United
that
Shades.
there was a development in the story where it
Oh
I'm not sure if I read the story
no, no, I
because it
think
was so absurd.
yeah. I think what you're saying is right. It says still lawyers for the two men that that came armed with about 13 other white people. Those 13 other white people are just living their lives. But the two men say they're now they not only want the families to come together and sort out what they believe is misunderstandings, but they want an apology. Um,
Yeah.
a kumbaya moment seems unlikely.
So you want an apology from the people that you accosted.
I mean, I didn't want to say it. I let the
Sorry that we didn't let y'all kill us.
yeah, I didn't want to say it right. That's the Ku Klux Klan night riders. Like literally, what it looks like to me. It's frightening. And
Except that they did that during the day, which makes it even scarier.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, like, how dare you? So neighbors and police gather after the group arrived at Shepard's home and made their so it was like a whole spectacle in the neighborhood after what happened. I mean, so luckily it seems like they're using like kind of like a pro bono lawyers committee for civil rights under law in January. Um, so the lawsuit they put the lawsuit in January accuses the mob of trespassing, brandishing weapons, and harassing and intimidating the Shepards. Um,
So I'm trying to figure out. Like I couldn't even finish reading the article. I was so angry. Um, but what the people that you ran up on while they were minding their own business in their house, what should they be apologizing to you for?
so yeah, so this is where you're going about the apology that's happened. Um, so Wood have been charged with going armed to the terror of the public. He was fired. That's what we heard from the last CNN. He's been fired. The pair teamed up May 3rd after Keita's cousin, a sister, vanished. So the whole family. So what happened? I guess the whole family is in a mess. Like their child, biracial child, disappeared. Um, and somehow ended up going to this person's house.
I mean, it sucks that that happened to them, but who are they? Like, you want an apology from who and for what reason?
Oh, so they came around 10 o'clock, so it was at nighttime.
Oh, okay, so they were some night
Despite being,
riders.
yeah, so that's crazy. So despite being out of his jurisdiction, crap, he either
And
he wore his uniform anyway. What is this post-apocalyptic shit? Is this?
and
That's like Walking Dead shit.
you know what's funny though about that is that we keep seeing these examples of Jim Crow era behavior. Again, we're talking about what?
Oh, this is
Was the girl that they were looking for? Was she white?
biracial.
She was biracial, but it
It
still
says-
kind of has the
that's
same.
what it says, the biracial. It doesn't say. It doesn't have a picture.
It
Like their identity. Yeah,
it still has the same weird undertones
and that's scary.
of
that
yesteryear.
it's really like it's almost like a list, just like a exact copy of the kind of shit that happened all the time. Or this girl happened, and this girl was go and murder all these black people. A lot of times, it won't
Yep.
be that one black person; just murder everybody. Even though
Yeah.
accusations against one black man, they just murdered
Yep.
the whole family. So that's what would
Yep.
happen back in the day in the South. So, and apparently, makes it even more outrageous. The deeper levels, they deployed a drone. So it shows you the police resources and that were used.
I mean, we don't know if the deputy deployed a department issue drone or somebody else
hope
had a
not.
drone.
I hope not.
Yeah, so we don't want to like make assumptions that
I really hope
may
it's
not be
some.
true.
I really hope it's some raggedy ass DJI drone, not like
Yeah,
some
so I was thinking.
militarized like drone you can't buy in the marketplace. So apparently this whole mob was tipped off when a 10-year-old heard in the chat room on Fortnite that the girl might be at the boy's home, which sounds like really intense detective work that I've ever heard it before. That's
Oh man,
that's what you see in Law and Order, right? Law and Order. That's the kind of shit that breaks the case. So what happened next is far from agreed upon. So Dameon Shepard, who was 18, answered the door, was taken aback to see the deputy and 14 others, who was near the chute of a rifle hanging from his neck. So that's what happened. And his mom was asleep. And then that's the whole thing they read. The girl was found the next day. So luckily his mother was there. Or maybe, I don't know. I just can't really say. I mean, it's luckily they found the girl the next day. So
yeah, definitely raises more questions than it answers because they didn't say the girl was rescued the next day. She was just found. So was she out there doing stuff that some teenage girls do, and they were about to kill this young man or otherwise harm him, and or his mother?
yeah,
Because
this father is really gonna take his anger out about his daughter on some random black family. That's like crazy.
and because of something they heard from people playing Fortnite. I mean, I gotta roast you for that, son. Like, really,
A
Fortnite?
10-year-old on Fortnite that
Fortnite.
me and you play games. You know the kind of shit that's said on like video games?
But we didn't play Fortnite. All right. Call of Duty, Medal of Honor,
Yeah.
Fortnite.
So apparently in Fortnite you can a mob can come to your house if you say the wrong day on Fortnite. So there you go. So I feel even more safer playing Call of Duty now than I did before. So that's what's crazy right now. Pretty much. I mean, then we hear we hear something similar. Like we said, this echoes through history. This is the modern version of it. Fortnite. Where was it before? Like some drunk guy in the corner who heard he said something, and the next thing you know,
Or just a white woman that say, hey, this young black boy walked on the same side of the street as I did.
yeah. whistled like Emmett Till, and come to find out right when she died.
I didn't even have to say his name.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to say his name, and you know exactly who the fuck I was talking about.
But it just shows you, the kind of stuff that's happening in the United States. This Knight Rider creepy stuff. And then I want to give another kind of gun situation that's happening. Like we said, a lot of the situations that happen with firearms are, I see the stories all the time, but the media never reports these kind of stories. And they usually report like kind of the anomaly of like some old mom killing some robber in her house. That's the kind of stuff to report. But this kind of stuff is actually more common than that. This stuff happens all the time. You can Google shooting death accidental on Google alerts, and I promise you get daily alerts.
Yeah.
So update a 3-year-old shooting. So this happened recently. Shooting death. I'm gonna play this clip. It's really sad.
Rocco and I are
this
just
ad is sad
like
too.
you. We love to shop.
Stop,
Is buying new patio
with the
furniture
ads.
every few years just
It's like a weird embedded player.
A 3-year-old girl was shot to death in Monroeville. Allegheny County Police say there is strong evidence the girl's 5-year-old sibling shot her by accident. The 5-year-old managed to have an unsecured gun that was in the home, and police responded to Cambridge Square Apartments just after 9 last night. That's off Mosside Boulevard, if you're familiar with that area.
I have no idea.
County police said the gun belonged to one of the children's parents who owned it legally. The Allegheny County District Attorney's Office will handle the investigation, and COIF has also been notified. Also,
Who leaves a gun just sitting around? Who does that?
That's what goes back. We're saying we need like the same way you get like a learner's permit, you need to take a fucking test or like get the requirements, like screws for your license plate to put your license plate properly on your car.
How about put it in a box with a lock?
That's what I'm saying. That needs to be.
How hard is that?
But it's not hard. I mean, it's not a requirement. You can like just get a gun and like put it on your kid's playpen.
I'm sorry, man. It's. I just can't. Like, what is there to say about that cannot be summed up with, this is some stupid shit.
Yeah.
There's really nothing else I can say.
It's stupid and sad. It's like, they got a gun to protect themselves, and in the day they just destroy their whole family. So there you go. I mean, if you want a gun to protect yourself, you need to be way more careful with your gun. So and this is the problem.
That definitely did not kill a robber. That did not kill him. That was a weapon that did not kill an intruder.
Yeah. I mean, people make fun of the gun laws in New York City all the time because it's kind of like, for me, I think of it kind of like, like back in the day in the Old West, when you want to go to the saloon, you got to put your gun. You got to put your gun down. That's what I kind of see it as, but other people see it as way more dystopic nightmare situation. But I see it more kind of old Wild West situation. When you go into this town, the sheriff tells you got to put your gun down. There's no guns in the saloon, and that's why I feel like New York City kind of has that rule. I know a lot of people think it's horrible or whatever, but I mean, at least we don't have kids being blowing their heads open. At least we have the stray bullets.
Well, I was gonna say, let's not pretend that shit doesn't happen where they're shooting little kids while they're dumping bullets downstream. They don't know where the bullet's gonna go. They just want to look gangster.
Yeah.
And you already know my feeling on it. It's like, okay, it's like New York is a saloon and everybody has to check their guns at the door, but the criminals don't check their guns at the door. That's the problem.
Yeah, but it's not the anarchist nightmare situation that people think it is in New York City. It's not like
just in certain pockets, it's in certain neighborhoods, but not citywide.
Certain neighborhoods, but it's not like heat gun battles. It's not like Libya. So because the amount of guns we have in this country, it should be more like that happening. So
that's a good point.
But
I don't know. That kind of goes against your overall argument, though. When you say something like that, it's kind of like, well, now that you mention it, if we have like several 100 million guns, and it's not. It's a lot of incidents, but when you look at the ratios, not that much. That doesn't.
I mean, in New York City,
a gun advocate would take the comments you made and then use it like
in New York City. New York City. Yeah, New York City. Yeah. America is just a schizophrenic place, so that's what it's all about at this point. And it's not going to make any sense at this point. It's so schizophrenic. We have all these guns, but they're not going to go away. So I guess we have to figure out. Hopefully, people don't kill their kids, have their kids kill each other by accident. Hopefully,
Yeah,
mobs
put
of
the
white
gun in a
people-
fucking box
Hopefully mobs
and
of
close
white-
the box and
hopefully-
lock the box. What's so
hopefully-
hard about that? You're stupid, people. You're stupid.
So, but that's it goes back to what I was saying. It needs to be some sort of like take a fucking test, take an eye test or something, bro. Or
Oh
something.
yeah, a test. Do you know how to properly lock a gun safe?
I mean, but
You
but
turn
then
the key.
But that's how the driver's learning permit test feels like. Do you know the turn signal, left turn signal? Literally, we need tests like that for guns because literally, if this stuff is happening, so obviously we need basic ass testing. So, just like cars. So that's why I wanted to show that story. Hopefully, we get some basic ass testing, whatever. Like, hopefully, you take a test. You know how to read or something, and turn a key in a lock. So that's politics as usual. Unfortunately, in the United States, follow us on Black
Firearms as usual.
Firearms as usual. Yeah, we should make a spinoff. That sounds good. So, Dr. Virginius, he's live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Discord, Psychic
Until he
Powers.
throws me in a furnace.
No, that's because the vaccine people are coming for you. You better watch it. So, the vaccine passport people. So that's politics as usual.